Welcome to First and 15, the only podcast that's trying to get you paid. I'm here with two-time FFPC champion AB. Alongside him is my guy, Dio the Machine. Guys, this is a special draft episode. We jumped into a football guys draft. We are pick number 6. We got 15 seconds left. Are y'all targeting or thinking about anyone knowing that you got this 6th pick so far?
Yeah, we got a couple guys we're thinking about, but you know what? We're going to let the universe decide for us.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. We had to
I have a hunch that one of those top 5 guys are going to fall.
All right.
Yeah,
we called first guys on the clock.
Yeah, we called the last minute audible and decided to hop in the draft.
Yeah, and the top 5 guys are who? C-Mac, JT, the 2 top receivers, and who's that 5th guy? Chase.
Yeah. Chase. Yep. So JT goes first.
Okay.
Let's see. Justin Jefferson goes second, so no C-Mac.
Yeah. I don't mind that. You know, I've been kind of torn with the idea of going Justin Jefferson at the 101, hoping that you can kind of
Justin Jefferson at 101?
Yeah, hoping that you can kind of land you 2 elite running backs coming back. Some of those running backs are getting pushed up. It's like when Fournette was falling, past the third, past that 212 in the third round.
Yeah.
Javonte at times slips to that level.
C-Mac just went?
All right, C-Mac just went.
Yep.
Cooper Kupp just went. All right, guys, so we're 1 pick away. Who are we thinking about that's still on the board?
We're going to take Chase.
Jamar Chase?
Is Chase available? We'll see.
Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens.
All right. Let's see what happens. 48 seconds.
Taking a minute.
All right, took Jamar Chase. Austin Eckler is there. Travis Kelce is there.
Yeah.
Dalvin Cook. Who are we thinking about?
Yeah.
Take Eckler.
Yeah, so we've had this discussion.
I think because we had the discussion, by the way, that's why this happened. But go ahead with Eckler.
So both of y'all consensus take Eckler here at 6 pick.
Yeah. I gave some consideration to Kelce. I also, in the past, have given consideration to Dalvin Cook. But, being a volume drafter, we know we can get Dalvin Cook later in drafts. And I think a lot of people are, putting a little bit too much on the regression analysis when it comes to Eckler. There's really nothing behind him. He plays for a very, elite, or offensively talented team. He plays in that AFC West. And again, there's like literally nobody behind them. So if they are in games, competitive games, and they're with their eyes set on the Super Bowl, like who are they going to trust near the goal line?
Yeah.
Roundtree?
Who just
Spiller?
went?
All right, so Dalvin Cook went after Eckler. Now we got Najee off the board.
I'm glad Najee went early like that.
Yeah.
It might not really help us out any because the fact that we're in the middle of the draft, but I just like people still taking Najee high because I think Najee's going to struggle this year. Was that Kels?
Yep.
Yeah.
Kelce is off.
And you got to say struggle in relative terms. Like he'll probably still be a RB1, finishes a RB1 if he doesn't get hurt.
I don't know. The reason I don't even know if that's the case. I mean, RB1 like top 12. That what you're saying?
Yeah,
RB1?
I think so.
Because I think a lot of that volume he got last year was those dump offs.
Yeah, but even if you take away, those dump offs, because it wasn't like I think he had like a high yardage count. I think even if you take away those dump offs, I think the volume that he's going to see is just going to be enough.
But I think those dump offs, those catches, is really what made him what he was. And if you take those away, I really don't know if there's much there left.
No, there's like 300 carries left.
Yeah,
and
but you're not getting points. But you're not getting points for carries. You're getting points for yardage, right?
Yeah, but you still get the yardage, and he's
I don't
still
know if he's going to get much yardage. I think the Steelers are going to take a step back.
I don't know. I feel like between Trubisky and Pickett, in terms of what I've seen in the preseason.
Man, come on.
I'm not. We'll see. We'll see though.
All right, guys. Just to update you, now Devontae Adams is off the board. DeAndre Swift is off the board.
What pick is that? 10?
Swift at the 111.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about Swift in the first round?
I don't like it.
I prefer to give him in the second.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're going after Swift or you want Swift on your squad, I don't see any issues with taking him at the 111 because you basically have the 2, you're 4 picks away from your second pick. Right. And it's kind of a large tier.
Like if you want Swift, 11 or 12 is where you want to be at.
Yeah, exactly. But I think if I had one draft, I have a few guys that I'd be taking ahead of him.
I have no problem with Swift. I have no problem, but
yeah, I worry about the split. I mean, I don't necessarily see him as the type of back who can take on, a workhorse type role.
So you think he's going to share the load with Jamal or share a good amount of the load?
I think it's going to be very,
Williams?
very much like last year. Only the difference is they have a better elite, or not want to say elite, but better wide receiver options. But
last year Swift produced pretty well. I mean, other than when he was hurt. But when he played, he produced pretty well.
Yeah, he produced well, but that was a different OC at the time. And he also had, even Amon Ra was like really not coming on. Remember, he didn't come on until the second half of the season.
I mean, it just might
switch.
Better offense might open up more. Is really what I'm saying. What's going on with the picks?
All right, guys. So to finish up the first round, Saquon goes. Saquon goes with the last pick in the first round. Stephon Diggs then goes as the first pick in the second round. Kyle Pitts.
Pitts before Andrews.
Yes, before Andrews.
To me, I just don't understand that. Like, I feel like Pitts before Andrews. I understand, like, the bullish case for Kyle Pitts, but you're just asking for a lot. You know, and this is even with me, like, I'm not a Mariota guy, but understanding that Mariota can be competent. I just don't see this as an offense that's going to be like, you know, have a situation where they're, you know, passing the ball as much as people think to get Pitts to where you need to get them, or going to be in the red zone as much to get Pitts those a chance at double-digit TDs.
All right, guys,
who's coming up on the board?
We're one pick away. Derrick Henry just went. CeeDee Lamb just went. We're one pick away. Who are you thinking about?
Is Aaron Jones still there?
We still got Aaron Jones, Mark Andrews, Kamara.
I would love Mark Andrews here. I think 2.7 is value. So initially in the offseason, when I was thinking about, you know, this Baltimore team, I was thinking that they want to lean more on the run this year, you know, less passing. But I don't know if they can do that. Gus isn't healthy. JK does not seem healthy. So that means that you can't really lean on Mike Davis.
Who are you thinking about, Dad?
I just not Mark Andrews.
All right,
I don't want to take a tight end this high.
All right, like we're on the board right now. Like, who you got?
Yeah, Mark Andrews is me. I think if we take Mark Andrews here, we don't got to worry about tight end ever again, and we get an elite tight end. We getting them past ADP. The other guys on the board.
So you're thinking? So we got Mark Andrews, we got Aaron Jones still there. Javonte, don't like him.
We're not gonna like the running back that comes in the third round nor the fourth round.
We don't know that. I mean,
still got Debo.
I'm fine going hero RB here.
All right. So what are you thinking? What are you thinking, Dad?
I mean, you can go Mark Andrews. I'm just not a Mark Andrews.
Yeah. All right, but who would you go with?
I told you Aaron Jones, you know, or even Kamara or
Kamara's gone.
I think Kamara's gone.
Or not Tyreek. So I'll probably go Aaron Jones.
So Aaron Jones or Mark Andrews?
Yeah. He's the tiebreaker. You got 15 seconds.
All right, I'm going Aaron Jones. I'm going Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones here.
I lost that one. That one
Aaron
hurts.
Jones.
That one
Listen,
hurts.
I forgot you're the tiebreaker.
Yeah. I wanted to go with another running back. That way we fill up our running back room. We can hit receivers. Man, I like the receivers coming back around at this third and fourth turn. So I think.
Yeah, I mean, I get you. But to me, like, when it comes to that RB2 position, like, that's the easiest position to fill, whether it's due to injuries, whether it's due to attacking ambiguous backfields. Finding that elite tight end is really, really hard. As much as we want to find a guy late,
are we sure that
is, you know, are very, very difficult. I mean,
I would argue that it's not as easy as what you're saying because the injuries have to be timed right, obviously. Like, it's not like every starter is going to get hurt week one. And then ambiguous backfields, you can choose the wrong one. You know, you can go to a backfield and say, hey, we don't know who the starter is, but you can actually pull the short string. So kind of knowing that you have your running back situation settled starting week one. And, yeah, injuries are going to occur, but who's to say we won't get those backup running backs as well that other teams want?
Yeah, I mean, I mean, us finding a Mark Andrews late is, you know, I think we hard pressed to find some, you know, a tight end that can give us 300+ points.
I mean, maybe I just think getting a tight end this early, if it's not Kels and, you know, somebody that
Mark Andrews outscored Travis Kelce last year.
I mean, but it was a different situation. I think a lot of that. I mean, I don't want to put it all on him, but I think Lamar being out and the backup quarterbacks really funneling quite a bit of targets to Mark Andrews kind of helped his numbers quite a bit. I mean, I don't know. I like tight ends that we can get later, that we can get good value on. And remember what we've said in the past, our favorite teams are the ones where we actually take these later tight ends that end up hitting.
All right, guys. So Mark Andrews goes at the next pick. Javonte Williams, Fournette, Debo, then Nick Chubb. Now we're in the third round.
Chubb went into the first round?
He went in the second round? Second round, yeah. Last pick of the second round.
Who we thinking about coming up?
Tyreek Hill.
Because I like A.J. Brown. I'm just going to hope A.J. Brown falls. But who do you like?
I mean, there's a number of guys. I think I like A.J. Brown. I would not mind Pittman. Let's take a look at the.
What about Mike Williams?
Mike, this is too early for Mike Williams for me.
Keenan. Well, we already got a Charger. Do you want to?
I prefer not to get Keelan because Keelan and Mike Williams to me are very close. I actually like DJ Moore quite a bit here as well. So, ideally, like you said, we get A.J. Brown because I feel like that's a very, very strong wide receiver one, or at least someone who could give us.
I really love A.J. Brown this year.
But let's look at running backs too as well. At running backs, I mean, there's been obviously a lot of talk about Travis Etienne.
Do you like him?
Do you like him in the third?
I want to get him, at value. A.J. Brown just went killing us.
All right, so we got James Conner. For all of the people who are listening to this on audio, James Conner just went with the second pick of the third round.
I don't mind Pittman.
Mike Evans, A.J. Brown. Now we're one pick
DJ
away.
Moore.
Yeah, I think Mike Pittman or DJ Moore. I do definitely want to lock in.
Chris, what do you think out of the two? So we can now pick either one.
Well, let's wait and see which one because they might come off the board here. All right, DJ Moore just comes. So
Pittman. Pittman.
All right, so that takes Mike Pittman off the board. All right, so we take Mike Pittman.
Yeah.
There you go.
So in the start, I mean, again, in the first 3 rounds, I feel like, you hope to get lucky and have some value fall to you, but in the end, really, what goes on.
Did Josh Allen just go in the third round?
He just won the third round. This is the second time that I've seen him go in the third round in the last couple of days.
That threw me off a little bit.
What do you think about that?
I honestly don't have an issue with it. I think if you have a plan, if there are guys like later in the draft that you want to target and you're like, I'm willing to spend a third round pick, if there's a tier break in your rankings, I don't have an issue going after a guy like Josh Allen.
In the third, though?
Say what? Because I mean, it really depends on if there's guys in the 7th, 8th, 9th round. You may be a Drake London guy, you may be a Christian Kirk guy, and in your mind, you may feel like, you know what? For the most part, there's no difference between the wide receivers that are going in that late third to you or fourth versus me taking Josh Allen, who I know is likely going to be able to give me, QB1 overall production.
I guess where I'm coming from is I think there's a good chance you probably could have got Josh Allen in the 4th round from that draft slot. Now if you were scared of maybe they're not, if you really were set on having Josh Allen on your team and you were scared maybe somebody behind you was going to take him, okay, I get it. But I'm not really I don't really like drafting scared or drafting thinking the worst. So I think if you really wanted Josh Allen, you could have easily said, let me take the best wide receiver here that I liked, or if you want to go running back or whoever, tight end, and then still been able to get the quarterback I wanted in the next round.
Where he is right now, where he took Josh Allen, based on, from Fantasy Mojo site, shout out to Fantasy Mojo, Josh Allen goes actually at the 402. So, if he's looking at, ADP over the last 3 days, in most drafts, he's not making it back to him.
Again, if you're really set on having Josh Allen, okay, I get it. But, I mean, I don't think you should really go in any draft saying I need this player.
All right, guys, so let's recap the third round for the guys at home. Tyreek Hill went with the first pick in the third round. James Conner went the second pick. Mike Evans, then A.J. Brown, DJ Moore. We chose Mike Pittman. Then Josh Allen went with the 7th pick. Keenan Allen with the 8th. T. Higgins with the 9th. Breece Hall with the 10th. Jalen Waddle with the 11th pick, and Darren Waller is the last pick of the third round.
It's crazy. I didn't even think about T. Higgins.
Let's see what's
I don't like T. Higgins.
Let's see what's available to us. T. Higgins is,
ETN still hasn't gone off?
He hasn't gone
ETN
off.
is still on the board.
Let's start adding some people to the queue. This is what I like to do. I normally like to try and get those guys in the queue of guys we're thinking about. I think ETN is one.
He's probably going to go in the next couple picks.
All right, that still put him down.
Let's check out the wide receivers.
All right.
Mike Williams is up there.
Do you care about having 2 Chargers with us having Eckler?
No, because one's in the running game, one's in the passing game.
All right, so you want to add Mike Evans?
Yeah.
Mike Williams?
Mike Williams.
All right.
Allen Robinson.
All right.
You
Terry choose.
McLaurin?
You take Allen Robinson over Terry McLaurin?
I would.
Dio, do you agree with that? You would take Allen Robinson over Terry McLaurin?
I'll take T-Mac first.
Yeah, me too. All right, let's go back to the board for a second because it looks like So Cortland Sutton just went, and it looks like Deontay just went as well.
So we got
the
5
second pick. Yep, 5 ahead of us.
We got 5 in the queue.
Yes, sir. I don't know if we got 5 in the queue. We got 4 in the queue.
4.
So
Let's get 5 in the queue. That's a little draft hack. That way you don't feel like you like you fluster.
See, I'm different, man. I focus on the guy I'm gonna pick, and I just believe the guy's gonna fall to me.
Unfortunately, that don't work for everybody. What do you think about Kittle in the 4th?
I wouldn't mind it.
You wouldn't mind it? We can add Kittle.
I wouldn't mind it. Actually, that's not bad at all. Actually,
What about Zeke?
nah, we got 2 running backs already.
Yeah.
And Zeke is not exciting.
Yeah,
Zeke is like,
yeah.
I don't mind not having a non-exciting
And Zeke just
player.
won. It looks
I feel
like Zeke just won
All
at the
right,
3rd
so-
pick in the 4th round.
All right, so what? Darren Waller at the 312. Darren Waller, I feel like, has kind of lived in the 3rd round.
yeah, back in 3rd.
Yeah, there was some talk
But-
today out of with their they've been I guess in camp with the Patriots or practice with the Patriots, and they were talking about how he looks a lot like Gronk. Or
But I saw another report where he's been hurt, and they don't know if he'll be ready for week 1.
That's the thing about these reports. You don't know what to believe.
I think the latter report is more
Yeah.
more
ETN
valid
just-
because he's actually been out of practice,
Yeah.
and at the moment we can't even confirm that he's going to be there when we start the season. So
Yeah.
I'm a little bit nervous about Waller
Yeah,
taking him where he's at. Ideally, I'm hoping this news kind of makes him fall to the 4th.
I agree. He's a little bit older, and it's a hamstring, right?
I don't think I really said what it is.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're one
I
pick
think it's
away.
a money issue.
We are 1 pick away. ETN is off the board now. Brandon Cooks just went off the board.
Okay.
We're 1 pick away.
All right,
let's go back to the queue a bit. We got Mike Williams still there. George Kittle just went. So we got Mike Williams, Allen Robinson, Terry McLaurin.
To me, it's between Mike Williams and Allen Robinson. I think I would go Mike Williams.
I think I'll go Mike Williams too.
Yeah.
All right. So do we want to go back and look at the entire board?
No, not really.
No, that's it.
Just take Mike Williams.
Take our boy.
Thank you very much for your
Mike
services.
Will, yes.
All right,
You know, we've been seeing him going up like in the mid 3rd round. Now he's kind of falling.
I think that's
back.
a solid pick. So
Yeah.
now that we got 2 Chargers, should we?
Ooh.
Let's see. Let's see.
This would be my first Herbert share too.
Let's see. Let's see how it
Let's
falls.
see. And I'm in 100% agreement with that. Like, even though we got 2 Chargers, I'm not like thinking to myself, we absolutely have to take.
Yeah, we don't have to.
Because if like value falls to us at that 5 spot, that's something that we definitely gonna have to hop on. So
All right, but I'll still add him to the queue just in case.
Abby, what do you think about Goddard this year?
I'm coming more and more around to
I
Goddard.
really, really like Goddard.
But this is the thing too. So Goddard seems to be rising a little bit in ADP. To
Is he?
Yeah, to like the beginning mid 6, and then I'm seeing T.J. Hawkinson fall in ADP to around that beginning to mid 6 range.
I'm be honest with y'all, man. Mm-hmm. If I can go in every draft just leaving with Evan Ingram, I'm happy. I'm so happy, and I can wait. I can wait so long for that. So that's why
I like Evan Ingram, but the thing is, it's Evan Ingram.
Yeah, I know.
And the thing is like it's still a bad team. I don't believe in Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And so my issue is like, in the money weeks, am I really counting on Evan Ingram
I
for
hear you.
3 weeks?
I guess I'm still trying to do that magic thing we did where we found that late tight end that
It's possible.
gave us that edge. And I feel like right now, there's other tight ends I like.
I
And
still
we
love
talked about
Njoku.
him.
I still love Njoku.
I do too.
That's literally one of my
You know, it's
favorites.
crazy. I actually like him a little bit more
Me
with
too.
Brissett being a starter.
Go
That's
back
a
and look
crazy
at his
thing.
splits or look at Gesicki's splits with Brissett. They
Exactly.
weren't
He's
bad.
the one
They
that
weren't bad.
made Gesicki
Yeah.
money this year.
And this is the thing about Brissett. Everybody's like, completely off of, the Browns receiving core. But Brissett was able to support 2 receiving options when he was with the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And so you can't, and that offense I don't necessarily know is better than the Browns offense.
Yeah.
That line definitely isn't. So I think
He's
that's
not
something
going to
to
elevate a team, but he just
Yeah.
keeps putting the ball in his playmakers, which is where fantasy points come from. So I'm not going to be mad at that. Chris, can you scoot it up? I can't really see the board.
All right, so we chose Mike Williams with the 7th pick.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis after that, then McLaurin, Amon St. Brown.
Gabe Davis is shooting up.
Yeah.
Amon St. Brown is shooting up too.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis has been living down on the 4th. I can't get
On the 4th he has?
Yeah, it's hard to get Gabe Davis these days. There's always a Gabe Davis guy.
And then David Montgomery, and now we're on the last pick.
David Montgomery, that's Abby right there.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's
David
that's
Montgomery. But I will
that's the
say
Abby
this.
clan right there.
I feel like I had to play devil's advocate with David Montgomery because the way that people talk about David Montgomery, and again, it goes to not drafting these exciting guys, and I get it. You want to draft somebody who's young, who's exciting, who's athletic, but the way that they talk about David Montgomery compared to everyone else in the backfield, David Montgomery is better than all those guys in the backfield in every aspect of the game. Is he as quick? No. Is he as agile? No. But he's still better than those guys. Yeah. To me, he's a better receiving option. You may have some questions with Ebner, but Ebner still has to figure out.
No. It's not really. I'm not sure if I think Montgomery is better than the other guys.
Did you watch Herbert in Pass Pro in their last game?
I don't really watch preseason like that.
Well, one thing that I saw was just him completely whiffed. That line is already shook.
Yeah.
I don't see this, David Montgomery just getting, relegated to the bench on a team like that.
But you don't get fantasy points for pass pro, so
no, but he runs routes. But you get fantasy. But if you have opportunity, if you're on the field more,
I got you. I just. Like I said, I just think Herbert's mortality.
We're ready to fill up the crew.
What are we looking like right now? What happened?
So Schultz just went with the last pick of the 4th. Then Juju.
I love it. These
Jerry
are all guys
Judy
I did not want.
just went. So we are 3 picks away. Do we want to fill up the queue?
We looking at Mooney.
We got Allen Robinson still at the top.
A-Rob is still out there?
He's still out there.
A-Rob cannot still be out there.
Let's check
There's
out.
no way A-Rob is still there.
Let's check out the queue.
Who just went?
So you still got Allen Robinson, Marquise Brown.
And Hollywood.
Let's add Bateman to the queue.
Add Bateman, yeah.
I'm really not a Marquise Brown guy, but Akers, do we want to? Akers this late?
No,
not even this late?
No.
Okay.
No Akers.
Sort by running back.
All right, so we look at the
I think there's some good running backs we can get later.
None of those.
That's what I'm saying. Just leave running back alone.
Wide receiver. Allen Robinson just went. That's good value on A-Rob.
That's great value on A-Rob.
What y'all think about DK?
I don't mind DK at all, actually.
Do you like DK over Marquise Brown?
DK's been slipping. I've been getting I got DK in the 6th.
I think I like both of them equally. Crazy as that sounds.
All right, we're 2 picks away. What are we thinking?
So who do we have in the queue?
So right now in the queue.
Who's the Cardinals' number 1 wide receiver right now? It's Hollywood, right?
Maybe.
I don't know. I'm not a Hollywood guy. Guy. I'm really not.
Okay, we can go.
We still got Herbert that's still at the top of our queue right now.
We can go DK.
We got Bateman. We got Marquise Brown.
What you think about Bateman?
I would want
Marquise just went.
Yes, thank you.
What do you think about Bateman?
All right, so we got Bateman or DK.
I'm good with either of them.
I would say let's go Bateman here just based on ADP because they're close enough.
I think it's just the fact that he was a rookie last year and he was hurt. Mm-hmm. He might really be that dude.
Oh, no, he is that dude. The only question mark is how much are they going to pass, but then I go back again. Look it up.
All right, so Chris Godwin just went. So Juju, Jerry Judy, A-Rob, Marquise Brown, Chris Godwin just went, and now we are up.
We
so it's Bateman or DK for me, and I'm good with either of them, honestly.
Herbert's out of the question?
I feel like that'd be...
I'm with you on that. And there's still a chance.
Do you want to?
Nah.
Bateman?
No, I want to go Bateman. Because you know why? Because guess what we can do with
Bateman over DK?
Yeah, Bateman over DK for me.
Bateman over DK? All right, let's go.
Because there's still a chance that we could pair Bateman with Lamar Jackson.
We have
2 options to get of the stack if we want to do a stack.
If we want to do a stack.
I like how this turned out though so far.
I hate forcing a stack, man.
I still wish we would have got Andrews.
Yeah,
but I like how this is turning out so far.
All right. So Michael Thomas just went in the 5th.
Wow, he is shot.
And now DK just went. So
what about Godwin? What do y'all think about Godwin? Let's say Godwin late 5th.
Remember I told you I'm trying to avoid all those injuries.
Yeah, me too.
Because he might even start the season, but just the fact that he can have a setback in this, and I'll be mad at myself. Why am I doing this to myself?
But he's progressed just enough for me to not understand why Mike Evans continues to go in the 2nd round. I don't get the Mike Evans.
I did see a report today where they said that he had been practicing in a regular, maybe a slightly not touch jersey. Yeah. But as of the last couple of days, he's been on a no contact jersey.
Yeah.
Something happened where they kind of are being a little bit more cautious.
Yeah.
And it might be nothing. I just saw something like that.
I don't get the Mike Evans in the 2nd.
I'm a Mike Evans talent guy. I just think he's the guy where he's so big. Like, just throw him the ball on a go route or in the end zone, he'll come up with it. And he has those. I like those players that have those explosion games. You know, those games where they single-handedly win you the week. You know, I like those type of players. I mean, yeah, he's gonna have those low weeks.
Yeah.
And you just kind of have to deal with it. But
I get that. But like, even like, you know, he's older, right?
I mean, he's only like 28.
But even like but he's older. He's like, you know, he's not necessarily the most like injury adverse player.
I mean, he's a hamstring. Yeah, I got you.
I guess the way that I'm thinking about it is like in the years past, I would have never have taken him in the second round. Yeah. So like not much has changed for me. Like I understand initially when we thought he was the only game in town.
Yeah.
But to me, not much has changed for me to like think that like, okay, yes, I want to take Mike Evans in the second round.
I got you. We just had a quarterback run.
Oh man!
All right. So let's go back over the first round again. Juju, Jerry Jeudy, A-Rob, Marquise Brown, Chris Godwin. We chose Bateman. Michael Thomas went after that. DK Metcalf. Then we had a quarterback run with Pat Mahomes, Herbert, Lamar, and then finishing out the fifth round, Elijah Moore.
I don't mind waiting on quarterback because, you know, I talked to y'all about it plenty of times. Like, there's a quarterback that goes very, very late that is just excellent value. And it looks like one of his wide receivers just may, or per the owner, will not end up starting the season on the pup, Michael Gallup. So I'm a
you like Dak?
Yeah, I'm a Dak guy. I mean, for where you're getting Dak, you get to basically allow everyone else to kind of reach and take quarterbacks where they're taking them. Yeah. And then like to 5 rounds later get Dak, a guy who's 2 or 3 years removed from being like one of the top quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
A year removed from being in the top, literally the top offense in the league. I mean, that's just excellent value.
All right, guys. So we're 3 picks away now. Let's start to fill up this queue again. In the 6th round, London just went. J.K. Dobbs, Hawkinson just went. Now Mooney is off the board, so we're 2 picks away.
Yeah,
let's go back and look at who we got available.
Let's take a look at the running backs.
All right.
Akers is still add Akers. That's just too late. Add Elijah
Mitchell.
Yeah, let's take a look at
I would still skip Akers.
Let's take a look at the wide receiver.
What do we do? Remind me our team. So we have.
So let's go back and look at our team for a second.
Let me see it real quick.
All right. So our picks, we got Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, Michael Pittman, Mike Williams, Rashad Bateman.
All right, let's go.
All right. Elijah Mitchell just went off the board. We are 1 pick away.
So Goddard's still out there. Is that Goddard to the...
Cam Akers just went. So now
we're the top wide receivers on the board?
So top wide receivers, we got Thielen, Lazard, Amari Cooper, Hunter Renfrow.
You want to go Goddard? Or you're not really a Goddard guy?
Let's go. Who's a QB?
All right, we got Kyler, Jalen.
Running back again. Yeah, I know who I want to go here, but it's a little early. Let's go wide receiver again.
You want to go quarterback, Kyler?
No, I think we can wait on quarterback.
So what are you thinking?
I'm okay with Goddard.
You okay with Goddard?
So I mean, unless you want to wait at that position, I don't see. There's nobody here that I love, so I'm okay.
Ain't nobody here I love either. I say let's get Kyler. Oh, you don't want quarterback this early?
All right,
you want to wait?
Kyler.
Wait, who do you want? A quarterback or tight end?
8 seconds. 8 seconds.
Let's take Kyler.
Actually, that's Jalen. Go Jalen. Go Jalen Hurts.
Yep. No. We should have took Goddard then. We could have got hurt on the way back. Let's see if Goddard falls.
Yeah. We could
have got Hurts on the way back.
Yeah, we sure could have.
It's all right.
It's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, I think, definitely you can go Kyler over Goddard or over Hurts. It's just been such a positive, like...
You like what you're hearing about Hurts
I love what I'm hearing about Hurts. And it just, like, it's confirming, like, all priors. It's confirming kind of like what we thought. Mm-hmm. Bringing A.J. Brown, Goddard sounding strong, Devontae Smith coming into his second year, even got a speed guy in Quez Watkins. I heard there's another wide receiver making a little bit of noise. The guy they brought over from Indy, not a... you remember his name?
I don't remember.
But... Anyway, they got a pretty good receiving core there, and he runs a lot. But this is the biggest kicker for me is that with that elite O-line,
yes,
and running backs, they don't have that just thumper of a running back. They don't have that elite running back. So to me, like the offense has to run through Hurts.
Yep.
You know,
I
it has
agree.
to run through Hurts. You know, you're not going to run it through Scott, Gainwell, or Sanders. So that's to me. That's why I'm liking Hurts. And seeing Kyler go here, I like that idea. I think in this kind of draft, we'll be able to get a lot of value late as far as filling out our running back and wide receiver room. Let's take a look at some of the boards. See, that's the guy that I wanted, Chase Edmonds.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's going up high.
He's crept up.
Is it 6th round?
That's the guy that I wanted.
Sixth round, yeah. All right.
Well, if he's going this high, man, I mean, it's
Yeah.
at some point, it's
let's get our board ready. So
all right. So let's go back through the 6th round. Drake London, J.K. Dobbs, T. Hawk, Mooney.
Drake London just went?
Drake London was the first pick of the 6th round.
We 5-6 picks away.
All right.
Huh. Okay.
So
guys are going up the board
let's
for
look
real.
up the players. So A. Lazard is the first pick of the 2nd round. All right. What are you thinking about? We're 4 picks away.
Let's go. Look at this rookie running back.
Is Thielen still there?
Thielen is off the board. Let's look at the running back room.
Look at wide receivers.
I can't see it. Go on, name him out.
Receivers, we got Amari Cooper, Hunter Renfrow, D-Hop, Ayuk, Christian Kirk.
Kadarius Toney.
Is Goddard still out there?
No, Goddard is off the board now. Goddard went 2 picks after us. Pierce just went off the board. What are we thinking?
I'm thinking like Trey Lance just went. See,
Trey Lance
that's
just
probably
went.
good. I'm glad we got Hurts when we got him. I'm thinking either between Tony or DeAndre Hopkins. To be quite honest here.
What are you thinking,
Those
Doug?
are both injured guys, though. All right.
I know Tony.
I mean,
one pick
Hopkins
away.
is suspended. Tony is hurt.
Tony's practicing.
Tony is off the board now. He just went.
Okay.
So now, do we want to go running back here?
I don't like none of those running backs.
I don't either. We got 54 seconds.
Who's the tight end available?
Tight end, Ertz.
Zach Ertz.
Ertz is still on the board.
You don't like Amari?
Nah, not here.
I mean, he's at the top of the queue, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Amari right here.
He's just the last number one. What about Ayuk?
Ayuk is gone. Christian Kirk is up there.
Okay.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Go D-Hop.
Yeah, go D-Hop.
Go D-Hop.
You sure? Even though we know that he's not going to be playing?
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Because at this stage in the draft, this is what I'm thinking. You know,
Are we sure? D-Hop.
Yes.
All right.
D-Hop. Because at this stage, look, we could go like an Amari Cooper and just kind of like not really feel all that comfortable about starting them. Or we can come back and get somebody else that
We can find somebody that can fill that hole for a few weeks.
And then when D-Hop comes back, now we got a guy that we can rely on a week in and week out basis. You know, so finding fillers to me is not hard. I mean, we can find fillers literally in the 19th, 20th round. You know, we'll talk about
how far down is Devontae Smith in the ADP order?
Devontae Smith, he's now at the top of the queue.
So we can start him.
So
if he falls down to us, I really want to.
Let's start him.
If he falls to us, I really want to get him.
Who on the receiving board here are you looking at? There's not a lot that I'm a fan of right here. Rondale Moore is the guy that
Christian Kirk just went, by the way. All right. So what we're thinking, let's go back to the board a bit.
You wanna consider Penny
on the comeback?
On the comeback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay with it. Yeah. I mean, I just
what do you feel about this Patriots buzz with Ramondre?
Ramondre's a guy I don't mind. Taking a stab at, just in the idea that, or in the sense of Damian Harris, I don't expect him to stay healthy all 16, 17 games. I don't expect really any running back to stay healthy, but, games that Damian Harris missed, we're looking at, likely an RB1 and Ramondre Stevenson.
Devontae just went, by the way.
Even in games that he doesn't miss, he may provide us RB2 weeks at a time. So it really, it's going to be a wait and see. I mean, in the end, you're probably safe just like not avoiding the Patriots, but like understanding like we don't know. We literally don't know. Like, who week is going to be tough to guess.
You know who's the guy I think is going to fall to us that I wouldn't mind us taking here either?
Who?
Singletary.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Singletary. I wouldn't mind Singletary either.
But another guy who I probably would take before Singletary, maybe Renfrow.
Renfrow I would take. I think he's unlikely to make it back to us.
You don't think so?
It's possible.
All right.
Yeah, I like Renfrow or What do you, what? I mean,
I'm on Rondale Moore too. I think really Rondale Moore is going to take over the Christian Kirk role. I mean, that's gonna. I've been kind of saying.
I don't think we have to get
early.
Rondale Moore now though. Rondale Moore we can wait on.
Yeah, we can wait.
I might even prefer Pickens over Rondale Moore now.
Not.
They're both wide receiver 3s.
I don't see him as a wide receiver 3.
When D Hop comes back, what role is Moore gonna have? You think he's gonna overtake Hollywood?
I think so.
Really? Oh, you're high for real on Rondale.
Yeah. I just don't. I mean, I think the type of routes that Marquise Brown runs and what they want him to do.
Look at the type of routes Rondale Moore runs.
It's very different routes of what he's going to run this year. And, and multiple reports.
That's what they say.
That's what the coach said. When the coach says like, we expect you to play take over the Christian Kirk role. I mean, that's being too specific. Yeah, that's not necessarily like just like fluff.
Well, I guess somebody else thinks like you because they just took Rondale Moore.
So let's finish up the 7th round. Lazard went with the first pick. Damian Pierce went with the second. Ayuk, then Trey Lance. Darius Toney. We took D Hop. Amari Cooper went after D Hop with the 7th pick. Then we got Burrow, Christian Kirk, Chris Olave, Devontae Smith, Tony Pollard. Now we're in the 8th. Sky Moore went with the first pick. In the 8th round, then Rondale, George Pickens just went. Guys, we are 3 picks away.
All right, let's see what those.
Let's look at the.
I still think Hunter Renfrow is going to fall to us.
George Pickens.
Oh, they just took him.
George Pickens. Oh
and Renfrow is gone. Pickens is really crept up. All right, so now let's look at
2 picks away. CEH.
1 pick away. So we still got Penny there. We still got Devin Singletary there.
What else we got at running back?
Stevenson.
All right, so when we look at the running backs, Robert Woods just went.
Josh Jacobs is still on the board. Look, I understand.
Oh no, don't do this.
Look.
If they get rid of Kenyon Drake,
Kenyon Drake was never even like in my thought process with Josh Jacobs. I thought Josh Jacobs in the 5th round was too high. Mm-hmm. Josh Jacobs at 8-7. Like to me, he's still getting the goal line.
I'd rather Devin over Josh Jacobs easily. Singletary.
You're looking at almost the same situation. Not in the same situation.
Who has a better offense?
Say what?
Who has a better offense?
I don't know.
Buffalo, but Josh Jacobs. Who's a better running back?
I don't know. Josh Jacobs.
Josh Jacobs is a better running back.
Who's going to get the more quality carries?
I think Singletary.
I mean, Josh Jacobs at 8-7.
I think I might take Josh Jacobs too.
Okay. Well, y'all want it.
What do you?
It's not.
13 seconds. Wait on Penny.
Go ahead and take Jacobs if that's what y'all want.
All right, Jacobs.
I'm on Jacobs.
All right, we got to take him because we only got. All right.
So now we have 3 receivers, 3 running backs,
3 receivers, 3 running backs,
and a quarterback.
We're filling our lineup pretty good, minus a tight end. I know how you guys feel about if you don't get one of those high-end tight ends. Do we want to wait kind of late on tight end since we're not getting that high-end tight end?
I mean, like if Komet comes back to us like at 10-7, I may consider it there. I think that's kind of worth considering. But like, other than that, like I don't mind waiting. But I don't want to wait too long. Like if I wait on tight end, I don't want to like wait till like 15th and 16th, and then like I do want to get one of my guys. I don't want to just say. Like,
I said 3 running back. We actually have 4 wide receivers, not 3 wide receivers.
Oh yeah, 4. Yeah.
I like the way things are looking now. I think at this point, I like to maybe consider who the next wide receiver I'm going to take. Maybe kind of like plot it out, but I really then start deciding just hammer running backs. Mm-hmm. Because this is where I start to see ambiguity occur. Mm-hmm. And there's some guys we can take now. They end up being the guy.
Yeah, Michael Carter is one that's been getting a lot of buzz.
I've been trying to say, man.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I've been like, remember when I said last week, like what stuck out to me the most from preseason was Michael Carter sat out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that was like, okay. I mean, I don't care what type of backup running back you are. You're playing in that preseason game. Yeah. I mean, let me say it like this: if the starter's playing, the backup is playing. Yeah. So the fact that Carter didn't play, but Breece Hall played, that kind of, told me something. So,
and at this stage in the draft, like, honestly, like, what I'm thinking in my mind is that, like, we have the known, and so right now we're drafting based on the known. Like, the roster and the depth charts are set. We've heard, what, roles guys are going to play, so we know the known.
Right.
And for me, I want to be as intimate with the known as possible. Mm-hmm. And then there's the unknown. Okay,
Yeah.
like that we don't figure out until like when the season starts, and that's when we start making adjustments. We start changing our rankings. We start going to the waiver wire.
Right.
And those are things that you can't necessarily predict. It's like the Elijah Mitchells of last year. So, but then there's the chaos, and that's what happens over the course of 16 to 17 weeks.
It's a game of attrition.
Exactly. And so for me, like that's when, like you always say, you got to embrace the chaos. So I want to be intimate with the known. I want to prepare for the unknown, prepare for what we don't know in these ambiguous situations. But when it comes to the chaos, you got to be able to embrace it. And I think one way of embracing that is by drafting just guys who are talented, drafting guys who are in good offenses. Because like in essence, like we may say, oh, this guy, like there's like one guy ahead of him, or we think he's in this role. Come week 3, there's only one guy, that one guy that was ahead of him is gone. His role actually looks a little bit different because we didn't know it. And then all of a sudden, this guy looks like a world beater.
I feel like I'm listening to myself talk.
All right, guys. So we just finished the 8th round. Ramondre Stevenson just went. Miles went. Tom Brady with 8-10. Russell Wilson. James Cook. It's the last running back in the 8th round.
Oh, we up.
And
Zach Ertz was still on the board?
And now
he just went.
We were slipping on that.
I mentioned him last time.
Yeah.
I did not know he was still on the board.
Yeah, I mentioned him.
in the 8th.
Dak just went.
Let's take a look at the board. Yeah.
All right.
I think it's making up.
All
Or
And another thing, are we starting to look at cute players? Is that what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Singletary just went, right?
So I'm fine with Penny here. Kareem Hunt. I'm okay personally with CPAT. Let's add Kareem Hunt. I know Dale's not necessarily.
All right,
a
Penny
CPAT
just
guy.
went.
Add CPAT. I know Dale's not a CPAT guy. Let's add Dawson Knox. I mean, this is kind of late for Dawson Knox. And then let's go to the wide receiver. I wish I was not paying attention with the.
I think we should really consider Hunt.
Oh yeah,
If he's traded, his value shoots up.
Yeah.
All right, CPAT just went.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I think we're gonna go Hunt.
That's easy money. Yeah.
I think he's a value now, and if he's traded, his value increases.
Now,
So it's a win-win.
They saying like they're absolutely not gonna trade him.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah,
Don't trade him. But
yeah.
if you don't trade him, I think we're good where we took him.
Yeah,
But if he is traded, I'm just saying that range of outcomes for him.
Oh yeah, Kareem Hunt in the 9th round.
All right.
Damn, I'm really upset we didn't take Zach Ertz over Josh Jacobs.
I mentioned him.
Yeah,
You kind of brushed it off. You said Josh Jacobs. I said okay.
I didn't even hear it. I didn't see it. New draft format. This is prep. We haven't said it just yet, but we're gonna be doing the main.
Yes,
very
sir.
very soon. So
Probably next week we'll
prep.
do the main.
Yeah.
These next 3 tight ends, I'm okay with. At this next round, if y'all want to take your tight end now,
Which one?
there's 3 Knox, Commit. And even though I'm not a big Bears offense guy, but I think he'll be a value in Freiermuth. If any of them fall in the next round, I wouldn't mind taking them. I don't want us to take Alberto though.
I'm not taking Albert.
Yeah, I don't want us to take Alberto, and I don't want us to take Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
And I think we could probably wait around and take Irv. So I think this next round. I mean, do you want tight end soon, or you still willing to wait? You know me. I can wait. I can wait all day long, but I don't want you to be uncomfortable.
I'm willing to wait. I'm actually not a Pat Freiermuth guy. I know he shine a little bit.
So what
in
if
the
Komet or
preseason, but
Knox fell? Would you want
If
them?
Komet or Knox fail, I think it's worth it. Just the
Would
offense.
you want them though? Like, would you target them,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
you just
at
take
that
them
point,
begrudgingly?
if I'm getting Knox in the 10th round and he's playing Thursday night, yeah,
That's true.
I'm willing to take that hit. Who else is on the board? So we're about to get in the 10th round. I wouldn't mind highlighting Damian Harris. Okay, I think that's decent value. Kenneth Walker. I think he's somebody.
Even with the injury,
Yeah, I don't know.
His
Abby.
injury is an inguinal hernia. Basically, he just has to recover from surgery. This is not like a hammy. This is not like a broken bone. This is not like an ACL. This is not a ligament. It's basically like if you had a surgery for like think about it the same way you would think almost about an appendix. Now, this does involve the core a little bit, so it's not going to be just he's going to get right back on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But he's going to heal from this, and he'll be 100%. And in my mind, the idea of Kenneth Walker was someone you were drafting for later on, someone who could like do what Rashad Penny did last year, as far as like taking over the lead role and things of that nature. He's someone that I'm interested in.
I have no Kenneth Walker.
Who
Man.
else is there? Let's look at the wide.
You know what?
receivers.
Then I like to do around this time. I like to start looking at rookie wide receivers. or second-year wide receivers, because those are the guys that right now we don't really know who they are.
That make that
so
leap.
we're drafting them just in this unknown.
Mm-hmm.
But they could easily end up a year from now being like a top 4 or 5 pick.
What about MVS? What do you guys think about MVS?
I like him, but I think there's other wide receivers. Like, honestly, all these wide receivers, Burks, Wilson, Dobbs, Dotson, I like over MVS. Just for the reason I just said. Because Dotson can end up being the number 2 wide receiver there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Burks can end up being the number 2 wide receiver there, or the number 1.
Yeah.
Wilson can end up being the number 2 wide receiver there.
Let's take a look at the running backs again.
Let's look.
Because we have 4 strong running backs. Granted, one of them's going to be a little bit. Again, I don't mind Kenneth Walker here. I'm not really a Hines, but I understand I like what I saw in the preseason as far as like how much work he got when
I like Hines.
So I don't mind, because I think if Jonathan Taylor does go down, even though he's not going to get 100% of Jonathan Taylor, I think even 70% of Jonathan Taylor with Nyheim Hines is basically like elite.
Should we reach for Michael Carter with the news that just came out? Because if somebody else could easily decide I'm going to jump for Michael Carter.
We're in the 10th. I don't mind reaching for Michael Carter.
Let's add Nyheim Hines to it too, because both of them have standalone value. But Nyheim Hines, I think, is in a better situation.
I don't know. Nyheim Hines is the backup. Carter could be the starter.
When we say Michael Carter's the starter, basically he's starting the game to me. I don't think that he's getting like 70% of the touches. To me, I think that's pushing it. I understand the idea of Breece Hall maybe being.
But I guess what I'm saying is we know he'll get work. Hines, I can't guarantee every week he's going to get that work.
I know he's going to get work.
We don't know that.
We don't know he's going to get work.
We don't know that.
Why don't we know he's getting work? Literally, the coaches, come out and said,
Man,
"I would draft
that coach talk, man. Come on, Abby,
I don't think it's
better
just
than
coach
that.
talk. I think we talked about last year.
You know what? We don't have to. We don't have to, because I think we could probably get him next round.
Available.
We're 2 picks away.
I think we can get Michael Carter the next round. I'm just saying, if we really want
we're
him,
gonna be able to get him the next round.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. But all right, Josh Palmer just went.
Dawson Knox and Komet is still there, by the way.
Okay, yeah. Let's.
So that's what our queue looks like right now.
So if Dawson Knox and Komet, they're both still there, and we're 2 picks away. We can get the one that falls.
I actually prefer Komet over Dawson Knox.
I'm okay with whoever falls.
And when it comes back to the running backs, like the guys like Michael Carter and Nyheim Hines, I would have waited anyway. If I were to go running back here, I would have actually grabbed either Rachaad White or Madison.
You like Rachaad White?
I don't like Rachaad White. I like the situation that he's in. To me, he's a clear RB2 in that situation, and I think
I don't know if he's clear RB2.
Asking for a net to play 16 to 17 weeks, I think is tough. He came in second in that last preseason game, and in my mind, I think the way they've talked about him with the talent that's behind him, that's an easier situation. Like, I can actually see him.
What do y'all think about Pacheco? We're dodging him.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good with that actually.
All right, Christian Watson just went.
You want to get your tight end?
So let's talk. Do you want Knox or do you want Komet?
I'm good at either of them. They're the same to me.
Yeah.
Probably Komet.
Komet?
Probably.
All right, so we're going Komet?
Going Komet.
Consensus. Yeah. All right.
It's tight end premium, so here I'm thinking about targets and receptions. I don't want to have to rely on touchdowns, and I think Komet is a guy that they may actually scheme open. He may actually be first or second in the target projection, whereas Dawson Knox is kind of like a fail safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, so let's load up the queue with guys who we want.
All right, so let's go back through this 10th round. Dobbs went first, Treylon Burks, then Russell Gage, Claypool, Josh Palmer, which is surprising to me, Christian Watson. We chose Komet. Now Rachaad White is off the board. Yeah. All right.
That's a tough one.
All right, so we want to load up the queue a bit. So now we can take Dawson Knox.
Just leave him on.
All right, we still got Michael Carter, still got Nyheim Hines. Let's look at our picks for a second. So this is what we got so far. So we got our QB.
What do y'all think about Brian Robinson? Y'all think he's gonna really hold the job? Do y'all even think he has a job?
It's not to me. It's like that is literally a 3-headed backfield to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So his job to me is just like in between the tackles. Maybe goal line. I think there's value there.
I really do want us to get Michael Carter.
Me too.
I kind of am cross my fingers that he falls.
Me too.
Add Alexander Madison to that.
That
is my top pick.
Madison?
Yeah, but Go ahead.
I think
I know who you're gonna sign.
yeah.
But let just search by position so we can see.
All right, Pacheco just went.
Kenneth Walker, I think you got to add to that list. I mean, I really
thought
think,
he was on there.
Like, just think about the draft capital. Think about Rashad Penny's injury history. That team wants to run the ball, and then again, look and see. You know, we can talk about it being a crowded backfield, but we saw what Rashad Penny did last year to finish the year. Like, that was elite. That was like RB1 elite numbers.
Right, but that's Penny. That's not Walker.
I understand that, but you know, Walker is still an elite
we don't know that.
I know we don't know that, but at least based on the metrics, based on his draft capital, it's within his realm of possibility.
It's of course within his realm. I agree with that, but
All right. So let's go back to our queue for a second. We got Michael Carter at the top, Naheem Hines.
Yeah.
We got Alexander Madison and Ken Walker.
My issue with Michael Carter, is that how long is he going to hold off Breece Hall from taking significant amount of touches? Like, I don't really necessarily know that I want a guy who's just going to be kind of like, you know, even though he's seeing the first couple carries of the game to start the year.
All right, Ken Walker was just taken, so he's off the board anyway.
I'm trying to see if there's any of these wide receivers I'm really interested in.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind MBS here, to be quite honest.
I wouldn't mind Wilson. I wouldn't mind Dotson. Or Dotson just went.
Because I did notice how MVS just not, you know, and again, they're probably not showing everything, obviously, in the preseason, but, you know, MVS was used in the intermediate routes. So
I wouldn't mind MVS.
If that happens, like that opens up, you know, receptions.
Nico just went. Nico Collins.
People are
way too high.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think people are just, you know, assuming that Brandon Cooks is toast and that Nico's just gonna. I just don't see Nico as that guy. You know, to me, he's still you know, more of a deep threat, like contested ball.
All right, so 3 picks away. What are y'all thinking?
Personally, my choice would be Madison, because if Cook goes down, that's a league winner. Clear back up. That's mine.
Look, are you still Michael Carter?
I'm still Michael Carter personally, because I mean, if Cook go down, yeah, but what if Cook doesn't go down?
I mean, when are we using Michael Carter? And then we got to guess, and it's a bad offense, and then we got to guess that it's Michael Carter.
I think we probably use him out the gate. I think we can use him out the gate.
Yeah.
He did pretty well last year, other than being injured.
The games that he produced were very sporadic, and that was without a Breece Hall. They were very sporadic, and that was without a Breece Hall.
All right. Tolbert just went. Julio just went as well.
Melvin Gordon's still there too.
We are 1 pick away. I think I like both Michael Carter and Madison over Melvin Gordon.
Naeem Hines is actually still choice. I don't mind Naeem Hines actually.
We could also just get MVS and then just pick
whoever comes back. I don't mind that.
We may see that happen. I mean, I don't think Madison will fall back, but I don't mind MVS. Like, if you're looking for a guy.
Shoot, if all those guys go, I wouldn't even mind Herbert.
Yeah.
I mean, we could take MVS. I mean, I'm not.
Let's see who's available.
Nice.
I mean, I kind of look at the other options. I like KJ Osborne, but I don't mind MVS. He is going to be in the 2 wide receiver sets for the Chiefs. Only problem is, you know, I don't know with that Chiefs offense. Is it going to be one of those things where just a random guy is the guy every week?
All right, now
Hines just went.
Yeah, I say we go. My vote is either Madison or MVS. That's my vote.
Chris, who's your vote?
If it's between those, then I'm going to take MVS.
Yeah, I'd probably say MVS, begrudgingly.
Who you want to take?
I still like Carter.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, take Carter. If y'all both want Carter,
you can take MVS.
If I had to choose,
let's see what happens.
Honestly, let's take Michael Carter.
If it's two,
it's the last, like, starting the running back. Like,
I like Michael Carter.
Like, I like taking starting running
He
backs.
might fall
before I.
That's the thing. He might fall.
All right,
but you know, I like Michael Carter.
Just vetoed like 2 or 3 times, man. Go ahead.
All right, well, let's split the baby and go MVS then.
No. It's two. This is the purpose of doing these joint drafts.
All right, Michael Carter. He's
to force me to take guys that I normally don't take.
You don't have Michael Carter?
Michael Carter.
I got like very few. Like if it's like very, very late.
Got you.
All right, Michael Carter is off the board.
I really would.
Alexander Madison went The very next.
Every time we've done that, the person went.
But that's
like
the Cook owner. So they were actually trying to get the handcuff.
We should have taken it away from him.
I ain't worried about blocking people. I would have considered Gordon, but once I said that name, y'all literally just brushed it off like y'all didn't even hear.
I mean, Javonte goes down. Gordon is like, Gordon. No, I didn't. But I would to me, like, that's a better profile. Like a guy in a good offense who's a clear.
I'm saying all these words you're saying now, you should have said it when I said Gordon earlier. I got crickets. So
I was stuck on the fact of trying to sell y'all Alexander Madison. I only had so much time.
MVS
just went. Oh, Tyler Boyd is gone.
All right, let's take a look at
Melvin Gordon. All right, so let's look at our picks right quick. All right.
That Josh Jacobs picks I don't like.
You're the one that's bro.
I just don't like it. And that could have been Ertz. That's annoying.
All right. So let's look at the board one more time.
I wouldn't mind Wilson, man. A rookie wide receiver. We don't know what he's going to be.
Want to look at
I don't mind DJ Sharp. I don't mind Wandale.
I think it's kind of early for those guys.
Well, Gary Wilson's at the top of the queue.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
Are we going to get Ingram in this draft, fellas?
I prefer Njoku first. I wouldn't mind coming back and getting Njoku here.
Yeah.
Right here?
I know about right here, like in the 14th, right?
Yeah, Njoku is that'd be way over his ADP.
Running backs? Okay, we can wait on Njoku then.
You think we need to get a running back here?
Just add Khalil Herbert to the queue. I don't want to take him here. And then scroll down. Let's see. Okay. All right. And
How y'all feeling about DJ Shark? Y'all don't like him? Okay.
I think it's asking a lot to have Swift, Amon-Ra, T.J. Hockenson, and DJ Chark. I mean,
it's just two wide receivers and a running back, just like a lot of teams.
No, 2 wide receivers, a running back, and a tight end. I don't feel comfortable with that offense being able to support that many.
Okay.
That many receiving. I wouldn't feel comfortable starting him on a day-to-day basis.
I got you.
You know?
I mean, at this point, we're really not going to find anybody we feel comfortable starting on a day-to-day basis.
I mean, I don't know.
Gallup is still there.
Yeah, the news of Gallup not starting on the pup is interesting to me.
No, I'm out on that.
Yeah, I think
I'm all the way out on that.
Well, here in the 12th, I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I would feel more comfortable probably like having Isaiah McKenzie on the roster, seeing what he does, seeing if he kind of takes over the Cole Beasley role. That's like someone who obviously has a better athletic profile, who can probably do more with the catches. Like, to me, that would be more interesting. And again, we play Thursday night, than taking a guy like DJ Chark. And we can probably wait on that. Running back wise, the only real guy that interests me right now is Khalil Herbert.
Don't sleep on Wandale, man. Wandale, he's gonna start.
Who, Wandale?
Yeah.
Wandale is my highest owned player.
I'm just saying, taking him like now.
Basically, I've been getting him in. I mean, we can take him now.
But your boy
I think he'll go later.
Your boy Jacoby Myers just went in the 12th. All right, let's look at the board. All right.
Let's say Wandale.
James Robinson just went.
I mean, we can go McKenzie if you want McKenzie.
I'm never gonna say no to Wandale Robinson. I just felt like we could have got him a little bit later. But if you feel like we need to get him now, or
I mean, we don't have to get him now. We don't. It's just that I could see somebody else jumping and taking him.
You're right. His ADP is actually increased. It's higher than I thought it was.
I can just see somebody jumping up and taking him.
13.9 is his current ADP.
All right, so we're on the board. Galladay just went. All right, let's look back. Let's look at the queue first. We only got Herbert there. We don't want to take Herbert there, right?
Herbert doesn't excite me as much as he does everybody else.
All right.
Watching him play.
We still got Wandale.
Do we want to go wide receiver here, or are we looking for something else?
I think we should go wide receiver here. What do you think?
If that's the case, I think
we can get McKenzie and
then
come back and get Wandale.
Get McKenzie.
All right, McKenzie, consensus?
Yeah.
All right. Isaiah McKenzie.
And then we can come back and get Wandale. I mean, honestly, I think Gallup, we got to – I know you probably don't want to sit or have Gallup sitting on our roster.
Just because he's not on PUP, to me, doesn't mean he's going to play in those first 4 weeks. I think what really that means is he's able to practice with the team during those 4 weeks.
Yeah, and I'm not expecting him to play for the first 4 weeks,
Okay.
or even see my lineup in the first 4 weeks. To me, him not starting on PUP is different than what I initially thought of him, like not being ready until like maybe November.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So like the fact that like I can.
So you felt like everybody was overdrafting him because he wasn't going to be ready.
Yeah, I felt like
pretty much the whole regular season.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah. Let's add Irv Smith to the queue. That's pretty late.
Wandale just went.
Nah, didn't make it.
Damn, right after us.
Didn't make it.
Literally the next pick.
Man, someone's listening in. There's bugs in here or something.
It's all right.
All right, let's look at that again.
I heard Alec Pierce is running 2 receiver sets for the Colts. Like I said, I like those rookie wide receivers.
Yeah, but that's because
Paris Campbell's practicing.
I know, but Paris Campbell's not going to run in 2 wide receiver sets.
He was. He started off camp running as the number 2 wide receiver. So now Pierce is going over.
To me, he's the
him.
number 2 wide receiver, but I don't see him in 2 wide receiver sets. Meaning, like I don't see him as like a blocker. Like it would make sense for Alex.
No, that's
Pierce
what I'm saying. He was running 2 wide receiver sets, but now Pierce is running over him.
Herbert is off the board, so our queue is empty at this point. We don't necessarily have to start filling it up now.
I mean, we can pretty much take best player available at this point.
Yeah.
I do like to continue taking stabs at running back.
Go ahead.
Again, I look for wide receivers here that just have these immense ceilings. I don't want like a safe wide receiver.
Yeah.
And that's why I like targeting rookie wide receivers.
Yeah.
I like targeting second-year guys. I like targeting guys that have that ambiguity that they can probably end up being the number 1. Hold my nose to say it, but Sammy Watkins. I don't even mind Osborne because I think I heard the Vikings are going to run a lot more through wide receiver sets, which makes him a starter.
Yeah. And really, one reason I like Osborne too is because Thielen is very old, and as much as I like Thielen, like if Thielen goes down, boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. If either of them go down, him or Jefferson.
Yeah. So like that's someone because based on the talent, and in the chaos of the 17-week season, you can see him potentially being.
What happens if Gallup falls to us? Do you want him that? Like, are you that into?
I don't want him that bad. Just.
But if he does fall to us, would you want him to take him over everybody we just talked about?
We just gotta feel comfortable like holding him on the roster.
We're already holding D-Hop.
We're already holding D-Hop.
Yeah, I don't want to hold D-Hop. Let's wait on him. I want to grab tight end because I really do want to get probably 2 tight ends here. If Irv Smith makes it back to us, I want to grab Irv Smith. If he doesn't, then I want to grab Ingram. I really do.
Over Njoku?
Say what?
Over Njoku?
Well, you guys made the point that Njoku's ADP is falling.
Yeah, but falling to like the 14th.
I like Ingram over Njoku.
I like Njoku.
But I don't mind either of them.
I like Njoku over Ingram, but what I'm saying is Irv Smith in the 14th
value.
Is value.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Honestly, I mean, if I'm being honest, I probably like Njoku over Irv Smith.
If that's the case, let's wait it out.
No, I'm saying I want to get 2 of those 3.
We can get Njoku and Ingram.
That's what I'm saying. I want to get both.
So we can wait it out.
Well,
we don't have to get.
We got to grab one now.
No, Njoku is 5 tight ends down. Unless everybody takes a tight end, it's 5 tight ends down.
His ADP is in the 13th round. We may see like a serious tight end run because basically people are going to be looking at getting their backup tight ends or maybe getting 3 tight ends.
Well, one of the teams after us has 2 tight ends already. And the other one has Kels, Pitts, and Waller. Like they've taken high-end tight ends.
Those are the people who eventually will start getting their second.
Eventually, yes, but we're talking like
this round. Like if you're looking at the top of the queue, basically all you gotta do is look at the top of the queue as far as people on it.
I don't know if they. I mean,
look at the top of the queue. Who's at the top of the queue?
All right, let's look at it real quick.
Irv Smith, Hunter Henry, Gerald Everett. The good thing is that there's tight ends that we don't really care so much about.
All right, so we're 1 pick away. Now we're on the board. Isaiah Spiller just went. Where are we going?
I want Osborne.
Yeah, I like Osborne here too. What are you thinking?
I'll vote it again.
No.
I mean, who do you want? Speak up. Speak up.
No, I'm
just looking at if we don't take Osborne now, the other wide receivers we have to choose from are not very exciting. But who do you want right here? I mean, you see the setup.
I'd be looking at Irv Smith, but let's go Osborne.
I mean, make sure you're comfortable with it. Okay.
Yeah. KJ Osborne.
I think one of those tight ends that you spoke of is going to fall to us.
Yeah, I kind of wanted two. But
Which
of the guy that I
you don't want
the
Ingram?
most, of the guy that I wanted the most, he's probably the most likely to fall back to us. We'll see.
I don't mind Ingram. I don't mind Hooper. I actually am coming around a little bit on Brevin. I love Conklin.
Yeah, but those guys though, like, I want a guy who literally can be number 1 or number 2.
I mean, the Jets, we really don't know exactly how that's going to play out. We really don't know. No.
But to me, it would not make sense. We don't know. I understand, like, we don't know, but you just spent that high draft capital on a wide receiver. You got a lot of money in Corey Davis. You spent draft capital last year on a wide receiver, and they're your most athletic players.
I hear you.
And you just brought in Brees Hall, and you have Michael Carter who can also catch passes. Like, I get it. Like, I definitely would roster Conklin. I think he's like a great tight end too, and I think he'll give you some weeks. Yeah. But is he a guy like on a 3-week stretch that can do what a Logan Thomas did? When you need him to. Yeah. That's what I'm kind of like looking for in these like later rounds.
I got you.
All right, just looking back at the board, Buffalo defense just went off the board. I don't like to take my defense that high, but
is Buffalo the number 1 defense to y'all?
I don't understand why every single draft they go off the board. To me, like, they got questions in their secondary. Mm-hmm. Their D line's just gonna be good, but like I don't understand it. And they play the Rams week 1.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never really understood.
They play a difficult schedule just in general. Having that number 1 seed schedule. Yeah. So I don't get it either, but people like them.
All right, Hunter Henry just went.
Yeah, we about to see a tight end right here.
I don't think so, man. Irv Smith was at the top of the queue, and they jumped him for Hunter Henry.
So maybe a Hunter Henry fan.
Yeah.
Jamal Williams just went. So.
Who else is on the board?
All right, so let's go back at the board.
All right, you know who we need to add, right? We don't got to draft him now. Let's just get him on the board.
Who?
Running back wise, my boy Mike Davis.
I thought you were going to say Jeff Wilson. Add Jeff Wilson, too.
And Jeff Wilson. And I would normally just wait on these guys, but I think the news is out.
I would add Eno, too. Irv Smith just went. You spoke that tight end run into existence, man. That's what happens. I'm telling you, you don't say these things.
So this is my fault now.
Yes, you don't say it because you put it out there in the world, and then it happens.
Josh Kelly?
I mean, we can, but we could wait on him.
Nah. And not for now, but just like in the future.
I like Hilliard over Kelly.
Yeah, because I feel like, if Eckler goes down, it's gonna be like a nasty 3-man committee. And honestly, like, we got Mike Williams. It's probably gonna be more Mike Williams, more Keenan Allen, more of those guys than anything else.
Eno just went.
Oh my God!
It's about to be a crazy defensive run, DST run, and a kicker run. I see it happening.
That's how you do it. Thank you. See, put it into existence, and then watch it happen.
Oh man. Tyler Bass about to go off.
All right. Jameson.
Yeah, man. Okay. We're gonna be all right. You want to take Njoku?
Yeah, now here's the place to take Njoku.
Taking Njoku? Yeah. Okay. If we take Njoku, can we take Ingram on the next comeback?
Oh, hell yeah. Yes, we can.
Okay.
All right. Hold on.
Cool with me.
Look at the queue. Look at the queue.
My boy Jared McKinnon.
He's always going to have a place in your heart. Him and
always will have a place in my heart.
Is it Jeff Wilson? Yeah, Jeff Wilson too, right?
I always have a place in my heart. Yeah, think about Jeff Wilson. Everybody has that recency bias, the same, everybody, or at least there's a portion of the fantasy community that is giving Akers a pass because of his Achilles injury. Mm-hmm. No one is giving Jeff Wilson a pass because of his meniscus injury, and there's not a lot, but I've heard some reports out of camp that he looks very, very explosive.
Yeah.
All right. Kirk Cousins just went.
I just don't think Eli Mitchell is going to hold up. Like, he was hurt all last year. He came back, got hurt again. And then, he's already hurt now. So.
Yeah. All right. We 3 picks away. McKissick just went.
Okay.
All right. So we got Njoku lined up in the queue. We taking Njoku?
Yeah. We are taking Njoku.
Yeah. All right. We got him fired up. Mark Ingram just went.
Mark Ingram.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we up.
All right. Well,
Go and grab and joke. I told you he's gonna fall. Like I said.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Njoku.
There you go. And
so
I'm telling y'all,
So you want to say Ingram with this next pick?
I do want to take Ingram on the comeback, and then we don't have to worry about tight end the rest of the draft.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then there's still some running backs we can take stabs at.
Yeah. All right, let's go back. Let's start filling up this queue a little bit. Is there anybody?
We took Kareem, right?
Mm-hmm. We took him.
Do you see? Part of me is like, I don't want to take Dearness because it's like doubling up on the backfield for the Browns.
Yeah.
And then the other part of me is like, but if Kareem Hunt is traded, excuse me, if Kareem Hunt is traded, Dearness has a lot of value, you know? And we're taking him so late right now. But I don't know. It's one of those things where I kind of like defer to y'all what y'all think on that. But again, I still like, man, I like a lot of these running backs, honestly. Chris Evans, I like. I know you're not that great on him. Jeff Wilson, I like. I think even though Mike Davis's ADP is low, I think because people are starting to come around on what he possibly can be, we should probably reach on him.
Yeah, exactly. The reason that I like Mike Davis is because that week one, again, there's just so much we don't know.
Right.
So if you look at a lot of teams, like who they're starting in their flex 2 position or even maybe flex 1 position, sometimes you're like, or if you went 0 RB, you're like, man, I don't know what this guy's going to be. I know I was high on him, but he can come out and give you a dud.
Right.
But if JK is not ready week 1,
yeah.
and they're playing the Jets.
Let's not ignore the fact that we currently have Hopkins as our starting flex, so we need a replacement for him. So having somebody like Mike Davis that can give us those few weeks to get us by, you know, I think that's a good call. But I still want us to go Ingram first, and then Mike Davis on the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who's up? Let's see who's available. So none of us are really Mecole Hardman fans.
No.
It's crazy how late some of these tight ends are going. You know who I'm also coming around a little bit more to? Tyler Higbee. I think they don't really have a wide receiver 3.
And they got rid of Kendall Blanton.
Yeah. So, I mean, and Kendall Blanton went to
the Commanders.
Claimed by the Commanders, yeah. Something to watch out for if Logan's not ready.
There's a lot of running backs we could take stabs on that I'm good with. How many running backs we have? 5.
Yeah. But you prefer Higbee over Ingram?
I like Ingram more. I think we know what Higbee is. I think Ingram can show us a good amount.
I mean, do we know what Higbee is?
I think so. He's playing with the same quarterback, same offense for the last 3 years.
But now they don't have a wide receiver 3.
They've never really had a wide receiver 3 that you were concerned with. I mean, they got somebody that plays the position, but nobody's ever like really targeted any of the.
Van Jefferson, put up respectable numbers. I mean, he put up 600 to 700 yards, like 5 to 6.
Nobody's excited about having Van Jefferson on their team.
I know, but Higbee plays the tight end role. So if he absorbs some of that, he can
But Higbee's been there. This is like his 4th season. Like, he's not new. It's not like all of a sudden he's going to be
different.
Not really. Van Jefferson, last year was his 2nd year. So Higbee was there before Van Jefferson got there.
And that year before he got there, that's the year he exploded.
Jefferson barely played in his rookie season.
I'm saying the year he got there, the year before Van Jefferson got there, he exploded.
All right, guys, we're 1 pick away.
But you're also talking as if Van Jefferson's not going to come back, and they have other wide receivers there.
Yeah.
They keep trying to talk up Tutu, who I think is still not a thing.
Somebody took Isaiah Likely.
Yep, took Likely. We're 1 pick away. We're still going with Ingram, right?
I like Ingram, but it sounds like y'all are waffling a little bit, so we can go. Who do y'all want to go with?
Mark Ingram? Like that was...
No, not Mark Ingram. Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram.
Mark Ingram actually was taken already.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we're going Evan Ingram.
I'm fine with Evan Ingram.
Who else would you choose?
No, I'm fine with Evan Ingram.
Nah.
All right, Paris
Evan Ingram.
Evan Ingram.
Actually, I would take Jeff Wilson, but we can get him later too. So.
Are you sure
we're going to be able to get Jeff Wilson on the comeback?
Yeah, we'll get him back on the
comeback. We're going to be able to get both of them on the comeback.
Remember, we're only really looking for Mike Davis for 1 or 2 weeks. He's like, okay.
I don't know if Mike Davis is.
And the fact that people are still taking J.K. Dobbins in the 6th round. Where does he go to this draft? He went He won the 6, the 602. The fact that people are still taking him that high, still believe Dobbins is going to come back right. And he might. I'm not saying he won't, but we're just hedging a little bit. Like, if he doesn't, then what happens? Then it's the Mike Davis show.
Unknown.
You're right. We're staying ready, you know? So.
Yeah, because in my mind, I'm thinking, like, this is how I'm starting to try to think. And it's hard to, like,
They just took Mike Davis.
Told you he wasn't going to come back.
Wow.
I knew he wasn't.
You really want to anger him that bad, huh?
I didn't know Mike Davis was going to be taken.
But this is the thing, is like, you know, so what happens tomorrow morning if there is a little blurb by Bleacher Reports or Pro Football Folk or whoever, and it comes out that J.K. Dobbins is looking very iffy for week 1.
Well, he's still not even practicing with the team right now.
I know, but and that's the thing.
Yeah.
So really, that blurb doesn't change anything. Like, we already know he's iffy for week 1,
Mm-hmm.
but it hasn't actually been said. Hasn't actually been reported, as people want to say.
Right.
You know, so what happens when it gets reported, when people actually hear it and it sinks in? Then what happens to Mike Davis's ADP? First, people are going to start talking about it. Okay, yeah, I know everyone loves Tyler Batty, but he's not really been getting run in the preseason. Not even, you know, he's not even coming in second. You know, it's Justice Hill. I think eventually he'll take Justice Hill's role, but eventually people are going to start talking about Mike Davis. You know.
What do you guys think about Damian Williams here? Like, Damian Williams
for the Falcons?
Yeah, like, could be the starting running back of that backfield.
I think it goes back to what Abby was saying earlier about Michael Carter. Like, yeah, he can start the season as a starter, but probably by week 3, it might end up being somebody else, and then it's not going to be playable.
But the difference in this situation is, like, the guy who would potentially be behind him would be, a 31-year-old running back / receiver.
Also the rookie.
CPAT.
Also Algier.
But Algier.
CPAT is not behind him. CPAT is the lead running back. He's just not getting 300 carries.
Right.
So he's getting, like, you know, he's getting a slightly reduced role, but, like, catches out of the backfield, red zone work. I think those things he's still getting. He's still their best running back.
All right. So in round 15, we chose Evan Ingram with the 6th pick. Then Marlon Mack went. I like taking
Bellinger's going to the 15.
Yeah, Bellinger is the last pick of the 15th.
Wow.
Mike Davis.
Tyler Higbee still on the board.
Julius Chestnut.
Robbie Anderson. Chris Evans.
Julius Chestnut might not even make the team.
Samaje P. Ryan.
Julius Chestnut.
And now Julius
Somebody did not
Chestnut
just take Julius.
with the first pick in the 16th round.
Wow. All right, let's see what's
Dearness just went as well at the 2nd pick of the 16th round. All right.
Yeah.
That means Dontrell's still out there. Has Haskins gone too?
Haskins is still there, I think.
So this guy said, screw Hilliard, screw Haskins. I'm taking Chestnut.
I say let's get. Oh, we got Darrell Williams, and Jeff Williams out there.
No, man, I don't want Darrell Williams. Jeff Wilson is.
We don't know that he's not the RB2, and he's been held out of the preseason games.
He played last week.
Ahead of.
No, he played behind him.
Oh, he played behind him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he didn't play a lot, but he played. Because I was looking at who's number 24 on the Cardinals.
Yeah.
And then I forgot. Oh yeah, they have him. The reason why I'm high on Jeff Wilson is because I think there's a non-zero chance that Eli doesn't play week 1.
Oh yeah.
I've seen
Coming
that.
off a hammy? Yes.
I've seen that blurb. You know, Eli is on track. Yeah. Like when they say stuff like that, you're really telling me, oh, so it's not for
so
sure.
He's not ready.
Yeah, you know. So if he's not for sure, and the 49ers are playing their starters in the Texans preseason game, Jeff Wilson is starting.
Yeah.
They literally came out and said, because Lance is playing, Debo's playing, Kittle's playing, and the starting running back is going to be Wilson. Yeah. So if Eli is not ready, you know, and like you said, it's a hamstring. Those things are tricky.
Would you want to take Jeff Wilson here?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sometimes people just don't want this person to be the guy. Like, we don't want Mike Davis to be the guy, but guess what? He's the guy.
He's the guy.
We don't want Jeff Wilson to be the guy, but guess what? He's the guy. And sometimes these guys produce, and you're just using them from short bursts. You know, each player can, like, be helpful to your team for, like, a specific reason. Some guys we're looking for later on down the road. You know, some guys we're looking to help us out as far as just getting off on the right step.
Let me ask you this.
Getting a couple early W's, yeah.
With us having Josh Jacobs, would you want to take Amir Abdullah?
No. I
thought they played two different roles. Went, by the way.
Who?
Jeff Wilson just went.
Shut up. Wow.
16.
The same guy that took Mike Davis. That dude is listening in on us.
Yeah, he is.
Dang, okay.
Wow, that hurts.
All right, Justin Tucker just went. We are on the board, too. So we got my man Damian Williams at the top of the queue. Yes, I added him.
Why is that's what I say? Why is Damian Williams on the queue?
So where do we want to go here?
I say let's go Higbee for the very reason that he plays in the preseason.
4 tight ends.
Yeah, where he got 3 tight ends?
We can drop him. He plays in the preseason. This is a 16th round. It's the same for the same reason that we were going to get Mike Davis. We weren't planning on holding Mike Davis the entire season.
Yeah, but 4 tight ends.
Yeah, I don't know about 4 tight ends.
I mean, if you insist, but
29 seconds. All right. Anybody else, y'all?
You don't believe in Hilliard, do you? Or you think we could take him? We could take him late. Hilliard's the number 2 running back there, and I'm looking at these other guys.
I'm just saying,
All right, we got
if
14
Higbee scores
seconds.
a touchdown.
All right, take Higbee. We could take Hilliard on the next round.
All right, we taking Tyler Higbee? We only got 6 seconds.
Abby, speak up, man.
Yes,
I know, but you gotta tell me.
Yeah, you gotta say it.
Tell me. Tyler Higbee.
Start filling up the queue next.
Who is the team that's taking our guys? What's that team's name?
Yeah, I want to see. Let's see the entire board. I want to see
Scalp hunters. Yeah, they're hunting our guys.
Yeah, they are. All right. I'm gonna zoom out a bit.
What's the squad?
All right. So
He even took Melvin Gordon. Yeah, he's listening in on us. Okay.
What's the squad?
All right. So we got Jalen Hurts as our QB. Josh.
No, his squad.
Who are we looking at?
The guy that sniped us.
Boy, sniped us twice.
I need to see his team.
Twice.
I'm just curious to see if he went hero RB or zero RB, because this is what I was saying when we could have gone Austin Eckler and Mark Andrews, is that we could have got some of these later guys that could have got us off to like a hot start, and then we could have figured things out later on down the road.
Yeah. What's his name?
I hear when people say figure things out later down the road. Yeah, scalp hunters. But that's not always a guarantee. You know, it doesn't always fall. It doesn't always fall the right way, and it doesn't always fall the right way at the right time. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you can end up being put in a corner where it's like, okay, you picked up these players that you're hoping are going to be able to fill this role, but by the time you're ready for them to fill the role, they're not ready.
Yeah, but I mean, you can make the same argument about guys you're taking in the mid rounds about whether or not they're going to be good or not.
Yeah, I'm not talking about being good. I'm just talking about having a situation where you need to, like, you have to figure it out later. Where when you start the season, you're like not sure how your roster is going to look in 4 weeks because you're still searching for that specific guy to fill that slot. Sometimes with those type of situations, like, I mean, if it hits, yeah, it's a great look, but it doesn't always hit, and that's always what concerns me.
Now, with us taking Jalen Hurts, is that just going to be our quarterback, and then if we need another one, we just pick one up off the waivers?
Yeah,
not even touching any other quarterbacks.
All right.
Amir Abdullah went.
Let's see.
Hilliard now? Or no?
Man, I'm upset we didn't get Jeff Wilson.
It's all right. You stick and move.
Yeah. And Josh Kelly also went.
I think we should target Hilliard. Out of all the running backs I'm looking at, none of them are actually even running back 2s. Mm-hmm. Maybe Jalen Warren, if that's true. I don't even know if that's true. He's really the running back 2 there.
Yeah, I'm good with Hilliard. Boston Scott may be the running back 2 based off the preseason.
Or Gainwell. Or it could be Scott. I mean, we could take Scott later too. Like all these running backs, we can literally take when we are ready. Let me look at these wide receivers.
All right, Trey Sermon just went.
Look at the wide receivers.
What have you heard about Van Jefferson? We just took Tyler.
I heard he's traveling with the team. I don't necessarily know that he's like ready to play or anything like that.
All right. So what are y'all thinking? Hilliard?
We can take Jefferson. Well, how many? What round are we in?
17.
Why don't we look at defenses? Let's get it. I'm big on San Francisco's defense. I like the start to the schedule, and I think it's like they're
at the top of the queue.
You think we gotta take them here?
Yeah, we gotta take them now
because we basically only have 4 more picks.
Y'all want to take a defense here?
Yes.
That's who he wants. Take them because we're gonna be able to get Hilliard on the way back.
Yeah, I mean.
Going defense.
Every time I say that, they snipe my guy. So maybe I should stop talking.
All right, let's go defense here. All right.
No, we're going Patriots defense next.
San Francisco defense. All right, no offense.
No offense. The 17th round, man. if us waiting on tight ends, like this was the draft to wait. Like we could have even waited longer before taking Kmet.
So I told you I was gonna wait, but I know.
Yeah, but this don't normally happen. I mean, this is like excessive.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not even a Noah fan guy, but like.
I mean, I'm cool.
I
I still feel a certain way about that fourth tight end, but I mean, I'm cool. I know we can drop him easily.
Yeah. The question is like, who are you taking over him? And I'd probably venture to say like the majority of your later round picks, like right before you take a defense or kicker or in and around that time, most of those guys end up on the waiver wire at some point anyway.
I think we should have looked closer at the Amir Abdullah, Josh Jacobs pairing. Because I'm not sure Jacobs is really going to have that strong hold of that job as we probably would expect.
Yeah.
And we can have both of them, especially taking Amir this late. We can have both of them and see how it plays out for the first few weeks and then decide whether Amir is worth keeping. You know?
I agree. And Jacobs, like, this is literally my first share of Jacobs. And that may be why I kind of.
Was it because of the ADP, how far he was falling?
Yeah. So
value-wise?
It's kind of that, it's the discussion of value or trap, and I think the offense is good enough to where, like, in that situation, like, we could see weeks where Abdullah's, not getting much work or where they're, like, favored. He's getting the majority of the goal line works, or weeks where he's, like, getting 2 or 3 rushing touchdowns,
Yeah.
So, and I think he gets a lot of, to me, he's not in the Antonio Gibson category where like we really question whether or not he's a good running back. To me, he's a good running back.
I think Gibson is a good running back. I really do. I mean, he might fumble, but I think he's good.
I think he has difficulty just reading rushing lanes and I mean,
I think he's more of a bruiser than that. I don't think he's shifty. I think he's fast, he's agile, but I think he's more of a between the tackles runner. And I think his speed allows him to excel when he is between the tackles.
Well, apparently they feel like he's not, which is why they.
Well,
they talk
remember,
about
ever since he led the league in fumbling last year, and then the preseason game when he fumbled, they took him out immediately, and he didn't see the field anymore. So I think it's more.
But you also notice too, like you watch the rushing plays with Brian Robinson. They're like inside, in between. The tackles.
I honestly haven't watched any preseason rushing.
Yeah, and then you watch Antonio Gibson, and it's like outside zone, and it makes sense. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
I'm just trying to look at the way we're building the team. That's why I was looking at Dearness. Like these running backs where we have question marks on it. Mm-hmm. I think there's a way you can solve the question mark by taking the alternative view or alternative outcome.
Yeah.
So if Jacobs isn't the guy, then for me, I think Amir benefits.
Yeah.
Or if Kareem gets traded or something happens with Kareem, and I think Dearness benefits. Yeah. So those are the reasons I was really looking at those guys. I still like Hilliard because one thing I'm always scared about is foot injuries. Mm-hmm. And that's what Henry had last year. And he's just been worked so much. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't expect Henry to break down. But it's not out of the realm of possibilities. We saw it happen last year. And from everything I've seen, Hilliard is the guy, the number two guy. So if you give me a guy that's going to be able to take that role, and they might end up using more of a committee. It's possible they might bring somebody in. We don't know. What we do know at this moment though is the first guy that's up after Henry is Hilliard. So that's kind of how I'm. That's kind of why I'm targeting him.
All right, guys, let's look at the board right quick. All right, we chose San Francisco defense, Noah Fant, Brevin Jordan, Randall Cobb. We are on the board. Damn, that was quick. They picked those real fast. Yeah, we're on the clock.
I mean, y'all know who I want, so I don't know. I mean, looking at the way the board falls, we can literally take him next round, but I want.
Yeah, let's take Hilliard here.
All right, let's go here.
Because now when you look at it, if you look at all the running backs, none of them excite me. I mean, maybe Warren, maybe Beatty, but not really. Maybe Ty Montgomery, but that's like, I'm not excited about that. Yeah.
Nor am I.
Do we want to look at? We definitely don't want to look like. Don't even touch the tight end tab anymore.
Yeah, right.
Like.
We get knocked out. So we got one more pick left, essentially.
So do we want to? The only reason why I have.
Sure you don't want to look at Johnny?
Man, come on, man. The only reason why I'm slightly considering Van, because we're gonna get that first look. And what if he does come back in time?
That's possible.
And then I don't know. None of these other guys excite me. I know I don't mind Kendrick Bourne.
Scroll up a little bit.
What about your man Curtis Samuel?
Oh man, no, thank you.
See, with Curtis Samuel, I think we can get him
We only got one more
on
pick.
waivers.
Let's get a kicker that we can figure out our last, because there's nobody that we're like just absolutely in love with, unless it's
No, I don't agree with that. I feel like we're gonna get the guy now, unless there's a kicker retargeting. Is there a kicker we want to target?
Nick Folk?
I mean, out of all the kickers on the board right now, Carlson is the only one.
Scroll down.
Carlson is the only one that'll make me excited to draft. Yeah, he's at the top of the queue though.
Yeah, see, your thing never goes to the top of the queue. Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But he's probably not going
Or
to fall
even
to
Gay,
us.
because Gay we get the
first look?
First look, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And Prater too. I like Prater.
the two teams right in front of us, Team 4 and Team 5, need kickers. And Team 5 needs a kicker and a defense. So they can go either way right here.
I like Prater because of his week 13 bye. I gotta mess around.
I like Carlson or Prater.
Yeah.
So if one of those fall, I wouldn't mind taking. Van Jefferson just went. But if neither of those guys fall, I think we should find the most talented player we like now instead of waiting for it to fall. So
all right, look. Let's look.
See, like I always think about kickers this way. I think about who's the least accurate quarterback because I know that in the red zone, that's going to lead to more field goals. That's why I chose Mac Jones.
I have no way to man. You just hate Mac Jones.
No.
Like that was a way to take a back.
I knew that Mac wasn't going where that was going. I knew Mac wasn't going to I knew Mac wasn't going to take a lot of stabs at the end zone.
Jones hate is on a whole other level.
So like,
I knew Mac wasn't going to take a lot of stabs.
Okay, stand it.
man.
Because I know Mac Jones is terrible.
And it paid off for me.
Carlson just went.
All right, so
let's see if Gay falls to it. If Gay doesn't fall, you still want to take a kicker or who?
Prater, just because it gives us more time to talk about who's available. Because I can't even see. I don't.
So you want to take Prater?
Ideally, Gay falls. None of these other running backs really excite me. I think we should take Warren. Because if he really is the running back too, Gay just went.
Even with Snell getting the touches, the early touches in that first.
I think we're just taking a stab. Okay, if Snell.
So we're taking Prater here, right?
Yeah, go and take Prater.
Right.
If Snell is the guy, that doesn't excite me. Like I don't feel excited to play him.
He looked better in this first preseason game than what he looked.
I didn't watch the game.
But eye test he looks better. He didn't look like the Snell of past where he was just like this
So
like
did he
running in mud.
Did he convince you that he's different?
Yeah, I won't say different. He looks better. He looks like he could be a competent.
Because the thing with Warren is,
my thing is if Najee goes down, I don't think it's just one guy. So
it's probably not.
Nobody.
But I guess what I'm saying is we know Snell. Warren is the unknown that could be something more than what we even are aware of.
I mean, there's not much out there. What's available to us right now?
There's not much out here, bro.
So if we're looking at running back,
I mean, y'all know me. If it was my draft, I'm taking Kendrick Bourne.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do that to y'all.
no Matt Breida love.
None of these other guys are exciting.
Teaming up with this old OC.
Nah, sir.
Donovan Peoples-Jones, I kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, I just don't like him with 11
With
weeks
Brissett.
of Brissett.
Yeah. I'm saying it's either Warren. I still don't have a problem. Because if Dobbins really is not ready, and we know Gus is not going to be ready.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Justice Hill is there
Justice
too.
Hill looked terrible.
I wouldn't mind Beatty.
I can do Beatty.
I wouldn't mind Beatty. Beatty or Warren? Or you just not feeling Warren at all?
I don't mind Warren. I prefer Beatty because at least
Over Warren?
at least that one's a little bit more questionable.
Are you out on Ty Mott? Not exciting enough for you?
If you want to take a stab, I mean, the James White role to me was like my least favorable role in that Patriots offense because you never knew what games he was going to go off.
I got you.
So,
and what
that
about
role is never.
What about Snoop?
Touches. It looks like James Robinson is going to start the season. I don't think he's going to be very, very effective, but I actually don't mind Snoop because I actually could see him being potentially a more effective runner in between the tackles and the goal line. Back.
Two-time champ, finish us out. Who's the last pick? Because everybody you just say you don't mind. And we're about to be up in 2 picks or 3 picks.
All right. I see you had my boy Velus Jones there.
Mm-hmm.
Hayden Hurst still out there? No, I'm just kidding.
all right, we're on the board.
All right, let's take a look at the queue.
All right, looking at the queue. We got Damian Williams on there.
You still got him up there.
Yeah, I ain't taking him off. You got Velus.
For me, let's add Snoop Connor. Let's go with Snoop.
Snoop.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think about who has realistically the easiest path. And to me, it's Snoop.
It's Snoop.
J-Rob coming off an Achilles. Travis Etienne, yes, we're assuming that he's going to be the guy, but he may not necessarily be the guy. I liked it. The fact that I saw Snoop in the 2-minute offense right before half with the ones. Like, I love that as a rookie, getting that work.
They trust him a little bit.
Yeah, whether it was Etienne being tired or not, he was out there. So, like, to me, that just, like, that's good. You know, that was good to see. And if anything, like, he's probably the best goal line back they currently have right now. You know, we just don't know what J-Rob is like coming off of this.
So we want Snoop.
So we want Snoop Connor.
Okay. So how you want to see how the draft finishes? Or you just want to look at our team?
Yeah. So honestly, you know, obviously we don't know how this draft, you know, really went until week 17, right?
Right.
But
it's about the build to
me. Yeah, the biggest mistake was definitely, you know, the Jacobs pick. You know, and this is hard. You know, new format. I don't want to, you know, make that as the main excuse, but not knowing that Ertz was on the board, like, and that was value in the 8th round.
Yeah,
you know, so that.
I mean, I'm not overly in on Ertz, but I think when he was there, he was an option. But again, I mean, you were so strong on Jacobs, I didn't want to argue it. So.
No, and that's the thing is like literally, it's like when I made the David Montgomery argument. It's like that was like literally my first share. But you know, I can see a path, you know, being in an explosive offense potentially where he can, like, you know, provide some weekly fancy upside. So
Travis Homer, the last pick.
I was actually looking at him too. I was looking at him a little bit, but I don't know if he's not gonna get the running role. Then
let's look at the squad. Let's look at the squad. Let's put the squad up.
Let's look at the squad before we head out. All right. Yeah, that Josh Jacobs pick, Kareem Hunt, Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones.
Go and put it on the board.
Yeah,
Michael Carter.
Let's put the board up.
The board's going to be kind of tiny, but...
No, I mean, put it on the screen. Sorry.
There you go. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, now go back to the other screen.
All right, there you go. So, Jalen Hurts, Josh Jacobs, Kareem Hunt, Austin Eckler, Aaron Jones, Michael Carter, Dontrell Hilliard. Finished it up with Snoop, Isaiah McKenzie, KJ Osborne, Michael Pittman, Mike Williams, Rashad Bateman, D-Hop, Cole Kmet, Njoku, Evan Ingram, and Tyler Higbee, Matt Prater, and the San Francisco defense.
Yeah, man.
Well, I mean, if I would have known you were willing to take Higbee there, I probably would have. Obviously, hindsight 2020. But I always said let's take Mike Davis instead of Ingram. I just like Ingram, but
that's crazy value for Ingram.
Yeah,
like that's the thing, and you know, at some point you got to just like let value pass when it comes to a team building standpoint. But obviously, you know, we're also in a time period where ADP is changing so rapidly.
Yeah, very, very rapidly.
When we were talking about Mike Davis in the last pod, I was like, this is the easiest 19th, 20th round pick, like over and over and over again. And then
what pick did he go? 15th?
15th round.
Wow.
Round,
you know, when he was picked, he wasn't even in the screen view of the ADP for running backs.
Yeah.
So that means somebody had to scroll and go find him. So obviously word's getting out. So now when it comes to drafting, I mean, I don't really plan on doing many drafts going forward since the season about to start. But if you do plan on drafting, don't wait for Mike Davis to pull up on your queue to take him. Like,
Get
actually prioritize him. Yeah, go get your guy. Yeah.
No, Mike Davis should never be anybody's guy. But
Yeah.
All right, guys, we are about an hour and a half in.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got to get out of here.
All right, peace.
Please like, rate, subscribe to this episode. Special draft edition. We're out.
I'm a bad bitch every day of the week. If I hop up on the mic, they gon' play it on repeat. Cash 100 milli check, I get paid just to breathe. Kill it 24/7, cause I slay in my sleep. Flames pipe down when I enter in the convo. Stay iced out when I'm chillin' in the condo. See me stacking the loot, just pop the cap off the juice, yeah. Put some hats on the loop, put my ass back in the booth.